like integer, floats are available. Integer values of 0 and 1 are no longer accepted as Boolean values. Boolean values are pure true or false values in C#. C# is modern. C# has been based according to current trend and is very powerful and simple for building scalable, robust applications. C# includes built-in support to turn any component into a web service that can be invoked over the internet from any application running on any platform. C# is object-oriented. C# supports data encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, interfaces. Int, float, double are not objects in Java, but C# has introduced structures, structs, which enables primitive types to become objects. C# is type safe. In C#, we cannot perform unsafe casts like convert double into Boolean. Value types are initialized to zeros, and reference types and classes are initialized to null by compiler automatically. Arrays are 0, base indexed are bound checked. Overflow types can be checked. C# has interoperability. C# includes native support for the COM and window based applications, allowing restricted use of native pointers. Users no longer have to explicitly implement the unknown and the COM interfaces. Those features are built in. C# allows the users to use pointers as unsafe code blocks to manipulate your old code. Components from VB.NET and other managed code languages can directly be used in C#. C# is scalable and updatable. .NET has introduced assemblies which are self-describing by means of their manifest. Manifest establishes the assembly identity, version, culture and digital signature, etc. Assemblies need not to be registered anywhere. To scale our application, we delete the old files and updating them with new ones. No registering of dynamic linking library. Updating software components is an error-prone task. Revisions made to the code can affect the existing program. C# support versioning in the language. Native support for interfaces and method overriding enable complex frameworks to be developed and evolved over time. And in conclusion, C# is a modern type of safe programming language, object-oriented language that enables programmers to quickly and easily build solutions for the Microsoft .NET platform. Major features of PHP: standard CGI, fast CGI and Apache module support. As a standard CGI program, PHP can be installed on any Unix machine running on any Unix web server. With support for the new fast CGI standard, PHP can take advantage of the speed improvements gained through this mechanism. As an Apache module, PHP becomes an extremely powerful and lightning-fast alternative to CGI programming. Access logging. With the access logging capabilities of PHP, users can maintain their own hit counting and logging. It does not use the system's central access to log files in any way, and it provides real-time access monitoring. The logviewer script provides a quick summary of the access to the set of pages owned by an individual user. In addition to that, package can be configured to generate footer on every page which shows access information. Access control. A built-in web-based configuration screen handles access control configuration. It is possible to create rules for all or some web pages owned by a certain person, which places various restrictions on who can view these pages and how they will be viewed. Pages can be password protected, completely restricted, logging disabled, and more based on the client's domain, browser, email address, or even the referring document. RFC 1867 File Upload Support. File upload is a new feature in Netscape 2.0 and lets user upload files to a web server. PHP provides the actual MIME decoding to make this work and also provide the additional framework to do something useful with the uploaded file once it has been received. HTTP-based authentication protocol. PHP can be used to create customized HTTP-based authentication mechanisms for the Apache web server. Variables, arrays, associative arrays. PHP supports typed variables, arrays, and even Perl-like associative arrays. These can all be passed from one web page to another using either GET or POST method forms. Conditionals, while loops. PHP supports full-featured C-like scripting language. You can have if, then, else if, else, and if conditions as well as while loops and switch case statements to guide the logical flow of how the HTML page should be displayed. Extended regular expressions. Regular expressions are heavily used for pattern matching, pattern substitutions, and gathering string manipulation. PHP supports all common regular expression operations. Raw HTTP header control. The ability to have web pages send customized raw HTTP headers based on some condition is essential to high-level website design. A frequent use is to send a location URL header to redirect the calling client to some other URL. It can also be used to turn off caching or manipulate the last update header of pages. On-the-fly GIF image creation. PHP has support for Thomas Bullard's GD image library, which make it possible to generate GIF images on the fly. ISP safe mode support. PHP supports a unique safe mode which makes it safe to have multiple users run PHP scripts on the same server. And finally, it's free. One final essential feature, the package is completely free. It is licensed under GNU GPL, which allows you to use the software for any purpose, commercial or otherwise. As you now have a fair knowledge about the key features of these languages, let's compare them to see the differences between them. Namespace and package. In Java, one is forced to map the package structure to the file structure. This isn't the case in C#, where namespace acts pretty much like namespace in C++, and you can have your C# files wherever you want, as long as they are in the project path. In Java, one writes import to include functionality, while in C#, one would write using. Naming conventions. Constants in most languages